Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the markets. Currently 4:24 p.m., September the 11th, 2020, Friday. Never forget, Day of Remembrance. And it was a tough day back in 2001. And it lasted for many years, and it continues to last today. So we're not going to get into all of that. Just keep that in mind when you are going through your weekend. Consider those that were lost and people who suffered. I was around, how old was I? I don't know. I was trading. This is when I kind of ended my day trading career at the tail end, which was 2001, when the markets decided to never go back up again until later in many years later. I caught a lot of this. This was pretty much where I started to enter. This is a SPY chart back in 99, going back to 96, the start of the real big dot-com bull run. In college, graduated. Internet was really kicking in. Got my first job here. The company I was with went public here and made some money on that. And then things started to really, really push and then get a little bit hairy. These are monthly candles on the SPY. This little candle here, not little candle, this big candle here was kind of a telling tale of what was to be expected after it broke out a couple months later. Then you had, we started chopping around. It kind of feels like we're doing that right now before the leg down. And then in September, let's see, this is January 2001. Here is September 2001 here. Markets definitely hammered down hard to continue the push down after the dot-com bubble. We're looking at 150 down to 90. That's a drastic move. I mean, that's a significant move. People came around in October and it started to bounce up, but then it just couldn't hang on enough and fell back down more. And then the rest is history. Then we hit the lows of 80 in 2003. So it really got tough for several years after the dot-com bubble and September 11, 2001. But eventually, look what happened. We came around and came out of it pretty strong. And then we hit a new high, or the same highs, actually. So we're at 150 again. And then we hit 150 again in 08. And then the housing crisis and the bull's dust with that happened. And then the markets tanked hard. And again, we went down and V-shaped back up. So these are monthly candles. And then we made new highs and more new highs and more new highs and more new highs. And now we V-shaped down again during the pandemic and are at all-time highs. However, look at this candle. This candle looks very familiar to that candle that we saw in September 11th time frame, or the candle that turned it around in the dot-com bubble. Now, I'm not saying this is the same exact candle, but if its candle closes down like this pretty hard, we might rally up one more time in October and through December, election time, and then we could see a drop-off back down to the 220 area if the markets don't hold on or the economy falls apart. Now, I'm not trying to get all involved with that. I just want to share with you, it was 2011 or 2000 September 11, 2001, and this is what I was thinking about today. Unfortunately, last night when I was eating dinner, I was eating something soft. All of a sudden, one of my crowns on my tooth popped off. So I called my dentist. Long story short, he called me last night, and because it was after hours, he told me to meet me at the office this morning. They didn't have any patients, and it was just him, and he got me in, but he fixed me up pretty good on his own time. Even though it's a Friday, they have Fridays off, and he really hooked me up. But I got back at like around 10 o'clock. So that kept me really out of the markets in the morning. I really didn't want to jump anything. Of course I did. I got ridiculous and I got stupid with it. So let's put this back here. And, I came in right away and I took like a Roku trade or something like that. And right away I was down like $50. I'm like, come on. I come back and that was a waste. That was just stupid. I think I rushed it, and I was looking for the break of the 161 here. I thought I would do it on the second move, and it did a little bit, but it wasn't enough to get me out. And then I lost on the trade. Didn't get killed or anything, but I did lose on the trade. We'll just talk about the one trade I like today, or the one stock. So this is the stock I missed. Was a breakthrough 51 level. Pretty much never looked back from 51. This NNOX recent IPO. It's up significantly since it's open. It's really done well, especially today. Just off the charts, 35% gain today. And I know someone that sold at 65 and got in at around 51. Now, he didn't sell full shares at 65, but he definitely got in at 51 and held to the end of the day, and might have sold anywhere between here. Probably sold all the way up here, sold up through here, and then so missing this one. This was the one trade. I definitely would have taken this. I mean, I would have been on it. I don't think I would have taken all the way to the end of the day. Was unfortunate. I did get my piece a little bit here and there. I traded kind of light and ended up with like $50 on it. So today I ended up with like $25. No, just because I lost out this morning with the situation with my tooth, I had to take advantage of that, because next week I'm in a mentoring session, and I really didn't want to push it off till then. Not to mention the uncomfortableness of it. So I'm looking forward to next week and trading well, trading smart. And what I really liked about this week, although I only made, let's see what I made. Okay, I brought up the trade manager analysis equity curve. I forgot it was a shortened week, and I can't count Monday, so it's really Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's really 3 days. I started off pretty strong, and I ended up coming down a little bit and then chopped around for a day. I think this was like a $20 day, and then a really nice day that I lost most of it throughout the day and then kind of gained back. So it was like a $250 week. Not great. But what I am noticing is I'm keeping my losses smaller. I'm trading a little bit smaller. I'm keeping the risk lower. And that's what I really needed after the setback in August. It's really what I needed to focus on. So I'm taking the best setups possible and not jumping into too many stupid trades. I think today was a little rough in the sense of like finding really good ones. It was a little slow. Yesterday was slow afternoon scenario, stuff like that. So markets are a little bit tougher than they were for sure than June and start of July. So I'm taking it slow next week. Hopefully I'll step on the pedal if the markets open up. I'll be trading that mentor session, so that could get a little bit better. So you guys have a good weekend. And we'll be back on Monday, hopefully, for some new trade recaps. You guys have a good one. Like the video, share it, and let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you then.